Good morning, recovery.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Great morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a good morning. It's a good morning.
brand
It's a
new
good morning
Monday.
because it's a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Jess.
Happy birthday to you.
I had a dud.
Yay!
Thank you,
Mine was a
guys.
dud.
That's why I wasn't so surprised this morning. He was like, "It's my birthday." I was like, "Yeah, girl, we know.
I love
We
y'all.
know it's your birthday."
What more could a girl
Oh,
ask
man.
for? Oh, love you guys. Thank you. Thank God. Yes, thank y'all.
Yeah, it's a special day. Today is a very special day because it is Francesca's birthday. Happy birthday, Chess. We
Thank
have
you.
Chess, we
Who's a
have
dud?
Jessica, and we have
Who?
Introduce yourself.
Alex.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Good
And
day.
myself. And look, before we keep going here, I've got to say we have a special text from your beautiful sister Nina. And Nina wants to say, hello, everyone, to podcast this morning. I just want to take a moment to share how incredibly proud I am of my sister, Francesca. She is a true example to our family of what it means to surrender, to place her struggles, her past, and her healing in God's hands. Watching her walk this path with faith and grace has been nothing short of inspiring. There are moments in life when we stumble, when we fall, but those moments do not define us. What defines us is how we rise again, how we choose to keep doing despite the obstacles. And Francesca, she rises, she soars higher than ever before. To everyone listening, know that no matter where you are in your journey, you are not alone. My sister's story is proof that faith, resilience, and surrender can lead to transformation. Francesca, I am beyond grateful to have you as my sister. I hope you always know how much you are loved and admired. Keep shining, keep soaring. I love you so much. Love, Nina.
Aw.
So look, just a little. Go ahead.
Nina, that was so sweet.
That is
Yes.
beautiful.
So
I
just
love
a
you.
little bit of a background with Francesca. I don't know how long ago it was, but I do remember seeing Francesca for the first time on social media when I think it was the post on Everything Page County site or whatever when they posted her mugshot. And they posted like I think it was like, I don't know, 300 comments underneath her mugshot, and everyone was commenting about how she did this and she did that and blah blah blah, you know how Page County is and how people put people down when they are at their lowest in life. And I remember thinking right then and there when I seen that picture of how that was going to be your defining moment. I knew right then and there. And it's recently another picture that someone had posted on this website of someone else, an individual recently, just a few weeks ago. They posted of this lady who is at her lowest right now. It's the talk of the town. I'm not even going to mention her name because she's going through too much anyway. This is going to be her defining moment. I bet anything this time next year, we're probably going to have that lady at this table and we're going to say, look at you. Because look, when people go through those times in life, you know, you are going to rise, honey. You are going to rise. And these people who are kicking you while you're down, let me tell you one thing. You are no better. You are no better than anyone. So watch your words, because what happens with people like that is it's going to take someone very close to you that's going to go through it, and you're going to eat your words eventually. And Francesca, I really think you are an amazing person. You're doing it. Like, you're doing the recovery thing and you're recovering out loud. And that's something that I think is a great thing to do. It's highly recommended here at the house to recover out loud, because that snips the unwanted fat
Yes.
of life.
Yeah.
Good job.
It did. And thank you, because I really honestly, I didn't do it. God has done all this for me. And so the glory really is his, not mine. But yeah, that was a hard day for me.
Mhm.
I didn't actually get to see that because I was being booked.
Right.
So I didn't actually see
You've
that
been there
post
before.
until afterwards. But it was the most horrible photo of me my entire life. But it was generally a reflection of the most horrible time for me in my life. And it's not that God wasn't there with me in it. He was. It was my own participating in sin behavior that got me there. And so I do recognize now that there was an overwhelming amount of people who posted and said things like, "You guys don't know her. She's a great mother. She's a good person. I've known her and her family." But it just goes to show you, really, I did come from a great family. I came from a lot of love and a lot of God in our home, from my mom and dad, both very strong believers. And God was always there in my life. But when I started just disobeying his every call, I wound myself up, on there. And I hit rock bottom, and as a mom, not having my babies with me, that was a really hard reality. But God brought me through it when I asked him to. And he's the one that's shining in my life. And he's the one that's got me in every group that I'm with and around people. I never would have met you
Right.
if it
Right.
hadn't been for God leading me to you
Or
or
me.
you, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
so I'm very grateful. And what really interests me too is the fact that from the day I was born, he knew I'd be here today.
Yes.
And yet I had no idea this is where life would bring me. And I'm so fulfilled today. God has my kids back in my life. I have most beautiful friends. I had a hand up through Andrea and A-Fresh. Was great for me. So I'm honored to know you guys. And
It's been a blessing. The thing is, one of the conversations that we want to bring to the table this morning is the hard days. I want to bring awareness, really, the hard days, because even though things on the things look great, to success on the outside looks great. We all still struggle with the hard days. Okay. And that's what I want to talk about today. And I want to bring to the table because, um, it's okay to not be okay. And I know for me personally, this is what I'm struggling with in the past week or two, is these hard days. It's been the tax has been really hard here lately. This wanting to run away, wanting to just go to the beach or just get away from here for some odd reason has been really strong. Um, the hard days is really hard here lately, and I don't know why. And of course, everybody's like, "Well, turn to Jesus, pray." I pray a lot, and I seek the Lord a lot, and I fast, and I pray for other people and myself. And it's still we have hard days. So that's what we're bringing to the table today. So the table's up, open for discussion. Our comments are open for discussion. I would love to hear from the public right now about it. Let's hear it. Let's go for it. Let's go. Hard days.
What do you do on your hard days?
What do we do?
Well, I use distraction. I distract myself a lot. That's
Music.
the number one thing. Once getting into therapy and things like that, and learning different skills and stuff. Reverse action is a big one for me because on those hard days, it's real easy to say, "I don't feel like doing this. I don't even feel like getting out of bed. I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like going to do podcasts. You know what I mean? You got
You
all
just want to
these-
lay there.
Yeah. So like I said, and it's taking time, and I've never, like I said, I'm just getting the hang of it. Like once I realize I'm putting these thoughts in my head, and I'm telling myself I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I make myself do exactly what I just said I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And I have to make myself. I don't know how many times I say I don't want to do laundry. I'm not doing it. I will literally make myself jump up and do laundry right then and there. Like I can't, because if I sit there for too long, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna shrink into my mind, which is everybody knows is my biggest enemy, is my own
yeah.
mind.
I think it's a lot of us.
Everybody's,
like
Right.
the
that.
battlefield is in the
Well, I will
mind.
go deep. I will go deep in my own head, and it never ends good. So immediately I do reverse action. I don't want to do laundry. Well, you're too bad, buddy. You're getting up and you're
You're
doing
about
laundry.
to.
Let's roll. Like
That's
that's
awesome.
literally, and like I said, I it sounds so simple, but I've never done this type of thinking before. and because of recovery court and therapy and all that, that I've
Learn these skills.
I've
Huh?
learned these skills
That's awesome.
and had these actually taken people's advice to heart. That's literally what I have to do if I don't feel like doing something. And maybe I won't go directly to doing laundry. Just say, I mean, that's just my example, but I'll instead of laying there and dwelling in these thoughts, I'll take my dog for a walk.
Yeah, that's
I'll
good.
go do some yard work. I'll go I'll call a friend, whatever I have to do. Like once I recognize myself going down that road, I'm like, all right, yeah, we already know where this is headed. Because like I said,
I think a lot of people are starting to use the dog for a walk.
Yeah.
Because Blue is getting a lot of walks
Yeah.
around here. Like
I am a
everyone is coming by and taking Blue for a walk lately. I'm like, go Blue. I mean,
Yeah.
another like third walk of the day. Blue's like, you.
yeah,
Champion mode.
The other day we came up to drop a toad off or something, and he came out to use the bathroom. He literally grabbed his leash
Yeah, like ready.
off the table and was like, "Are we going? Are we
Yeah,
going for?"
ready.
Like he was like, I was like, "No way! This dog is crazy." He
Like he knows.
grabbed his leash and was just staring at me like, "You know what time it is, buddy."
So
Dogs are, they're the best therapy, I think.
they really are. I mean, it's like they know. And Blue, he's a golden retriever, and it's like he knows when I'm down or sad or whatever. Fluffy, she's a little yapper. Like
Yeah, I love
yeah,
Fluffy.
but she will let us know when someone's here. And I mean, but I don't think I don't know if she feels me or what. But Blue knows. He's like human form. Like he'll come to me.
There is a human soul in that dog.
Yeah, he's so sweet though.
He really is. What about you, Jess? Like what?
On hard days, I used to be bad for like isolating and just avoiding everything, but now like I'll call somebody. Like we have a good support within like the recovery group,
That's awesome.
and then recovery court.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
just
Yes.
not being, I know that I'm not alone and actually like using the resources now.
That is so good. That is awesome.
Doesn't
Yes.
it seem so
So-
simple though? But it's
Yeah.
like you never did it
Before, like I was like, no, I don't want to like, I'm embarrassed or ashamed to admit that I'm having a bad day. And now like I was having a bad day the other day. So I've been fighting to get these community service hours for 2 years since I was released from Middle River. My lawyer emails them to me the other day just to be like my bubble was busted the next day. They passed some new law and I was down. So I went and did some community service with Audrey.
Right.
So we did the food bank on Thursday and Saturday. So my way up is I'm just going to redo the hours and give it to Audrey. Like,
Yeah,
do something
yeah.
with the community here.
How'd the food bank go?
It was amazing.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Was it
Good.
good?
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
So
What about you?
On my hard days, there are several things I do different today than what I used to do. When I find it's rather difficult to stand, I immediately kneel.
Mhm.
And I ask God, I said, show me areas in my life that I have maybe changed and brought this hard day on myself. Have I quit doing my first thing I do in the morning is I pray the Our Father. And then I go immediately into 10 things I'm thankful for.
Mhm.
And then I pray over my enemies. And if I have a request, I make it known at that point. And then I just sit a few minutes in silence. So oftentimes I'll notice I got distracted first thing that morning and didn't do that routine. And those have become harder days.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to never really self-reflect. So these are tools I've learned also. I guess it's part of maturing as well, living sober.
That's a
Because
good
you
point.
can't,
Yeah.
you can't turn to substance
Right.
on hard days anymore.
Right.
But I do know that my hard days are lighter when I start them with God, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I'll do, I want to shout out to Nina and to Gabriella and my mom and them. They are such a network of great support these days. And so oftentimes I'll just call them and be like, hey, I need to pick me up. I'm having a rough day,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll go into like, just being there for me.
And that's
Mhm.
awesome that you have family that backs you like that. It's awesome when you guys have a family that backs.
Yes.
When you have a parents that back you. It's a good thing. I pray for that. I really do. I struggle with that still, with that relationship with my parents, that closeness. I want that. I see my parent go out in the public eye a lot, but I don't have that with me, and it hurts. It really does. I'm open about it.
You
I
know-
mean, it is what it
Do
is.
you reach out?
And that's
Every now and then they'll reach
Kind
out.
of hard, probably.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a rocky road still,
Yeah,
and
No doubt.
I want it to be smooth. I pray for it to be smooth, but it's not there, and I
Well,
hate it.
When two ask for it, it'll be given to them. So I'll make sure I include that in my prayers for you too. If
I
you're
would
praying
love
that,
that. Yeah, I love it.
My dad's calling.
Oh, answer him. Answer him.
Hey,
he-
Daddy, you're on speakerphone right now, and we're on podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'm on my way.
Oh, it's my mom. Okay, I love you. Hi, Mom.
Oh, and yeah,
Oh,
mine will call every now and then and check and everything, and he might even be watching right now, and that's cool, but it's not that closeness like it should be.
Have you actually told them that?
Yeah, we have that conversation. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it must be hard, true to all leaders. I look at you as a leader.
Yeah.
And I bet they weigh that burden, they carry that on themselves as leaders because you're their support to so many around you. Like you don't recognize what an angel you are in the lives of others. I know you touched me that way. Can't speak for anybody else, but I bet leaders do feel alone often.
Yeah,
Because
it's a lonely walk.
you're given.
It is a lonely walk. It
Well, I
is,
love
and I love you guys so much, but it is definitely a lonely walk. I feel I broke down to Alex. He poor thing. He's probably like, "Good gosh, what did I
I'm
walk
here
into this
for.
morning?"
No, I'm glad I was here for you to talk to. Like I
It's
said,
rare that I'll
that's-
break down, but when I do, it's a hard breakdown, and it's been hard. The past couple weeks has been hard for me. And I don't know really, I do have a counselor that I turn to. Shout out to Elizabeth Alger. She is one
Yeah.
person that I go to on a biweekly a counseling session, and I'm able to open up to her, and she helps me the best that she's able to on ways and things to do, because it's a lot, to try to navigate through this whole, what is the right thing to do. And then I struggle too with domestic violence
Yes.
that has happened to me, that has had a big hold on me for 8 years. And then the things that's happened to me before that. But the domestic violence thing, I'm like, I'm trying to really live the right life with the Lord and trying to do right. And then that's had a really huge hold on me. Sometimes you just don't know if it's God or if it's not.
Mhm.
So I'm struggling with that. You just don't
Well,
know.
it's funny you said that because in one of the first steps to recovery, one of first steps to freedom, excuse me, that I'm doing, this was one of the questions is recognize what hurt you and was God there? And I wrote in my book, because I too share with you in the domestic violence, and it's incredibly awful when the person you love is hurting you.
Yes.
But I recognized in my thing that, yeah, you know what? God was there.
Mhm.
God was
yeah.
making us stronger, you know?
Yes.
And he can restore all things with your family. We can't. There's nothing we can say or do to another person that's going to make them change,
No, yeah.
but God will.
And the crazy thing is, on the one of my domestic violence situations is, I guess to most people, you would turn away from that person and say, no, I don't want anything to do. But in my case, I turn towards that person even more,
Mhm.
which makes me wonder what in the world what is wrong with me?
Nothing. It's
Nothing.
it's trauma. It's the way your brain is written, and it's thanks to trauma.
Yes, and I'm
It is
learning that
not
about
you.
myself, and I'm so glad that I went to school and just trying to learn about the brain, the human brain, and everything. And y'all, the human brain, it's like it's a masterpiece of just everything, and when you learn about everything, and you just get into it, and you see like how it can just really, and it done the opposite effect to me. It made me turn to a person even more. I related even more with this person who on a regular person would have pushed away. I related with this person even more. So I created a bond even stronger, to where my family just looking at me was like, what is wrong with you? I can see where my family was like, what is wrong with you?
But that's the difference as you heal and become a healthy mind. Because I mean, even Romans chapter 7 talks about what the flesh wants, and then the will of God inside you, the spirit says, why am I doing the things in which I don't want to do, but yet I
Exactly.
find myself doing them? So I think it's
That's where I
important.
struggle is with the subconscious. Like I said, I'll catch, like I said, after like learning these different things and stuff like that. Like I'll be like I was catching my mind playing tricks on myself.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It was weird. So weird.
Ghetto boys
Yeah.
we buy his play
Yeah, like I said, I remember like when I first started therapy and everything, like I was creating situations that I used to create back, in active addiction that would give me the excuse to go use.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was literally creating them in my mind.
Yeah.
And like, so once I realized it was almost like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It was so clear to me after, like I said, actually like sitting down thinking about it and realize I was like, dude, that's crazy that my brain was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
just-
your brain is circuited to go, a healthy brain is circuited to go, for example, okay, this isn't the science behind it, but it'll ping from here, you'll have a thought, and then you'll go over here, right? But an unhealthy sabotage mind has actually wired yourself to go from here to here.
Mhm.
And so
to
it
get
is
what it wants.
so it is something that you have to recognize and then retrain. And that's the hardest thing I find in recovery, is to just truly be this new person and rewire my brain. And
Right.
it takes time. I
It
noticed
does
that
take
too.
time. It really does.
And study. You just
Yes,
gotta,
and we have a great speaker coming out tomorrow night at Free Indeed. Elizabeth Alger, my counselor, she is able to take male and female clients who has been traumatized in the past. She will be at Free Indeed tomorrow night, and she is going to actually explain this trauma to the brain a little bit more in depth
That'll be good.
to us.
so this is one we should invite our friends and
Well,
family to,
yeah.
right?
Podcast and everyone out there, you're going to
Free
be
and-
mentioning it.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Free Indeed, 6:30 p.m. at Newport Church on Newport Road.
So,
Mhm.
anything else on our hearts? We're going to go ahead
Yes,
and move
'cause
into.
we-
Brandy Flick said happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Brandy.
We're gonna-
She's a big support
We're going to go
too.
ahead and loop
We have
into
it.
this. Yes.
Perfect.
So,
All right. So tonight, Celebrate Recovery, 6 p.m., Main Street Baptist in Luray. First Steps to Freedom, Thursday at 3:30, Chanel Plaza at 7 p.m. Also in Harrisonburg at Grace Covenant Church, New Life Recovery, 6:30 p.m. They have a meal first and then they do fellowship afterwards. Our Cash App is Valleys Rise Above. We're taking donations for the house.
well, the donations is coming for, we're going to try to do our nonprofit organization. We need $3,000 raised to be able to get the lawyer to start that. And that's just because I know that we can go in and do it for less than that, but I don't know how. So we would rather get a lawyer, and the lawyer fee is $3,000. We currently have $400 raised for that. So help us to raise more money. We also would like to get a bathroom, another restroom put in here at Jean's home. So help
We
us
need
raise
that.
money. We do, especially on Saturday mornings. So Saturday mornings we have breakfast here at Jean's. It starts at around 8:30 a.m. And then we do Bible study, and we come down for podcasts, and then we go to ER Church. That's every Saturday morning. And if you are interested in signing up to do breakfast, Bible study, podcast, whatever, reach out to me on Facebook Messenger or 540-244-6065. We would love to put you in on our calendar and have you out for the home. I know we are booked out for the next 2 Saturdays. So thank you guys for coming out and supporting this great cause. And then 23 West Main, that is a AA meeting at noon down in Luray. It's in the back of the building. I highly recommend everyone to go and at least try that. Even if you're not in recovery, go to the meeting because it's about 12 steps and it's a great meeting.
And then also for the rec center, Audrey, he's doing some great things in the community. His Cash App is Living Legacy Luray.
Mhm.
All right. And I have an announcement here. The Shenandoah Valley Jubilee, you guys, this is going to be a great time. There are separate services. March 14th and March 15th. There's a 9 a.m. Additionally, there's a 6:30 p.m. Page Valley Baptist Church, and that address is 4567 US Highway 340. It's located in Luray. Promised Land will be singing Friday night. So that'll be a really nice treat. Come out Friday. If you can't make Friday, then Saturday night, the Hensley family, they will be singing. If I could mention a little bit about the march, since we have a meeting this morning. Guys, just a gentle reminder that this is a global march. It started though in the Shenandoah Valley in 2024. So this will be our
Woo.
second year. And the theme is Jesus Christ, our only hope. It's a procession of praise through the streets of our towns, celebrating the lordship of Jesus Christ. It's an event in which Christians publicly proclaim the glory, the majesty, and the supremacy of the Savior. It is all about Jesus and nothing else. So please go to the Page Valley for Jesus Facebook page, like and subscribe as well. Please do that here. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to us. God bless you guys.
Yes. Anything else, Alex?
I just want to talk about, dude. Did you guys see in prayers for the people in Detroit? Did you guys see there was a 50-inch water main that broke up there, and they have negative 21-degree temperature? So the
Wow.
streets flooded all the way up to the hood of these cars,
No.
and it froze.
No, I
these
did not
cars
see
were
that.
frozen in ice. It's crazy to see. Prayers for those guys.
Oh
Hey,
my
I also have a
gosh.
prayer request. We don't necessarily talk a lot about the family of those with people living in recovery or in
Yeah.
active addiction. So let's just keep them on our prayers.
Sure.
Mhm. Yes.
Also, I have a family member that needs prayers. So please pray for Tony Fox.
Yes.
Will do.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well,
Happy birthday, Francesca.
yes.
Thank
You have a great
you.
day. I hope everyone has a great day. Stay sober. And if you want to start the sober journey, just reach out to us and we can give the resources to you to start this journey.
Oh, and the ATV Hellfighters
Yes.
group, April the 23rd. Sorry, guys. We did not forget you, though.
Yes.
So what sparked that in my mind was for those of you in recovery, like Andrea's saying, get started, come talk to us. You can still have a fun life. I'm telling you, throw Jesus in the mix. He was about celebrating. Like this guy was a partier in the
Yes.
right aspect. So the Hellfighters on April the 23rd, they're doing a 4-day event that we're going up to West Virginia. We're going to be doing some ATV riding, some good Christian fellowship. So it's fun for the family. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, but just come on out. Get muddy, have a good time.
Yes.
Fellas,
Awesome.
fellas, March 7th and 8th, Ignite Men's Conference in Lynchburg, Virginia. It's going to be, they got so much going on. They got different workshops. There's a race car building workshop. There's some addiction recovery workshops going on. We're going to get up at 7 a.m. We're going to do a big workout as a group. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've already bought my ticket. Anybody who wants to go, reach out. I'll give you the information. It's going to be a great time.
God's doing some
Yay.
amazing things, guys.
really
Can't wait to
is.
tell you more about
Andrew,
it.
you got anything else?
Nope. That's it.
You sure?
Yep. I hope everyone has a great day.
Yeah, have a good day, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right. That was good.